Hello. So I am here now. Hopefully, you guys got my invitation to meet me here, and we will get some more people here in just a moment. Um, so, good morning again. I'm Danita Hampton, owner of the Parlor Hair Salon in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am chatting with you guys today about the client experience, as well as the experience coming here in October, the 8th and 9th in Chelsea. I cannot wait to be there. So, what I want to talk to you guys first about this morning, this light is like right over my part. Um, all right, let's see here. Okay, so let's start with how the experience is different than it was from last year. What we would really um, what we really want you guys to know is like coming, if you decide to come year after year, that it's not going to be the same thing over and over again. We always want to have a fresh approach. None of us really want to hear the same, song and dance every year. So this year we are doing something a little different. So advanced color for one, that is something that I get the pleasure of teaching with Ian and Katie this year. So this is one of our returning electives. So again, something fresh, something new. So what if I told you that you could get done faster with like a move up or an install, a maintenance appointment? You get done faster by doing something different and add another guest to your day. So then you're going to be able to get done faster, which is going to save you time. And then you're going to make more money because you're able to add another guest to your schedule for the day. So, this is something that I know how to do. I know how to go about it to do it, but I'm so set in my ways behind the chair that I don't like to make the changes. So, this is something I'm sure all of us are kind of digging our heels in for it, but it's coloring on the head. So I am one, I can do both, like I said, but I really cannot wait to roll this out with you guys here at the experience this year. It is a big difference. And I think sometimes seeing someone do it can make that light bulb moment happen for you. So I'm very excited about that. And then what another question we get a lot is who this elective is designed for. So it's not, excuse me, it's not just new artists. It's not just experienced artists that can take away from it. Sometimes being a new artist, you're able to absorb and make the changes. Like I just said, I'm so set in my ways, I don't tend to try new things as often because this works for me. So I'm going to keep doing this. So with an expert artist, it's really nice to give you a new approach, something else to try. And then, like I said, with the new artist, sometimes it's like, hey, I'm so new into this that I'm willing and wanting to do everything that's going to help me get more people in and make more money and get done faster. So, with that, again, you're able to get a little bit, not even a little bit, you can get a lot no matter where you are in your career. Being that there's so many people you're going to meet, there's so many different approaches to doing extensions in general, whether it's the methodology, whether it's the way that you mix colors. So it's just so nice to get those fresh takes, those new approaches, and those tips and tricks from people that are doing this every day in the industry, just like you. Um, all right. So outside of the electives and learning, um, what could we say? Um, we spend so much time like wanting to set ourselves apart. I know in my area, we have so many people that do extensions, and you've got all different methods and everything just like flooding your area. So, what makes you different? Well, it's got to be your client experience. You have to go the extra mile. It's the way that you make them feel, not just hair wise, but on the inside as well. So I think even just the way that Covenant Maine, you'll see if you come to the experience, the way that we pour out into the guest, which are other stylists in this case. But you really get to know them. You want to spend a little more time with them. And so, behind the chair, when you have a guest in your house, right, in your salon, you want to take the extra time to make their experience even better than what it was, let's say, the first time they came. What are you doing within your space that is going to make someone say, "Hey, I know this is a far drive, but I love the way I have a warm welcome as soon as I get here, the way people offer me drinks, beverages, lunch," whatever the case is. Do you have those things inside your business that make people feel special, and are you going the extra mile? So, I really just see the parallel within doing it behind the chair to also how it is with coming to the experience. So, coming to the experience, you come to New York, you're getting welcomed, you're getting different things throughout the 2-day sessions that are going to let you know that, like, hey, we're so happy that you're here. We're so happy that you took the time out of your busy schedule from being behind the chair to come and get pampered on yourself. So, again, this is so important to the experience for your guests, but also for the experience for you coming to the experience. I'm saying experience a lot, but it's a great time, and I know that you guys will love it. So, why is it important for an artist to have self care in their business? So, again, I just talked to you guys a little bit about how we like to make our guests feel coming into our salon space. So, self care for you in your business is going to be coming and getting around people that are like minded, people that are going to give you that sense of community. For one, I have worked in, I've been in the industry for probably about almost 20 years, 17. So I've done everything from commission to booth rent to being in a studio suite by myself. So in a studio suite, for instance, I'm going to go that direction. Um, Self care in a studio suite, you really sometimes lose that sense of community because you're by yourself. Typically, you may have a suite mate, but typically you're by yourself when you're working for the most part. You don't have someone to ask questions to. If you run into an issue or a problem, a snafu, you just got to get it together yourself. Because a lot of times in studio suites, people are not collaboratively helping one another. It's a lot of competition within those. So typically. Um, and so within that, self-care is, hey, let me go and insert myself in something that I know is going to be beneficial to my craft, and I'm going to get something good out of it, for my business, also personally, because you know that you have people that are going to be cheering you on, people that are going to be pushing you, people that want to see you continue to thrive within your business. Tips and tricks. Helping you this year. I'm so excited. We're doing the branding and photography. Tips and tricks for, hey, how can I set myself apart within my studio or within my salon to make my photos look better? I think we all get stuck in different ways. So this is a really fresh new thing to kind of go a little deeper on. So I'm excited about that too. I know a lot of these topics are things that, are going to be on the menu at a lot of educational events. But again, in the spirit of self care, this is a very elevated educational experience. So I know for myself, I really love a great experience. I love having um, someone make me feel like I'm a special guest in their establishment. So again, you're going to be coveted main special guest. And so it's such a lovely time, for you to feel that self care within education. So again, uh, let's talk about little self-care that I like to do, which is shopping. Everybody loves a little self-care, a little shopping self-care situation. So one thing that I love, is when I travel to New York, I love to hit up, got to hit up a Zara. You got to hit up some designer boutiques if that's your thing. And then there's also things like the Starbucks Reserve. That's a really cool Starbucks that if you've never been in there, it's amazing. There's also Chelsea Market. That's a great place to visit. They have a really yummy lobster place in there. And then there's also Los Tacos, which is two of my favorites in Chelsea Market. Then there's the Fat Witch Bakery, which is yummy. I actually saw that on Sex and the City too. So if you kind of are like a New York fan, it's really cool to be in the city and see some of the things you see in movies and television. So again, shopping again, Hudson Yards. If you haven't been, it's just such a fun place to go and eat as well. So um, New York is always just a fun place to visit. So to me, pairing up an educational trip with a shopping trip is self-care. So I'm sure you feel me on that. Um, all right, so let's get back into enhancing the client experience. So, the beauty industry as a whole, we definitely love, looking beautiful, right? We want to feel beautiful, but the beautiful experiences as well. What is it inside your business that is going to help, you know, the guests walking in and it's a beautiful space? Those things also go into our experience as well. So I know I mentioned before, but coming to the experience, you can definitely see how the, people say the energy in the city is like just you can feel it and it's contagious. So those same feelings of just being in New York, it literally is in the studio. So when you go to Coveted Main's headquarters in Chelsea, you can definitely feel that energy, feel that vibe of the hustle, the bustle, being inspired. It's a really great way for you to go and feel refreshed and re-energized, as well as all of the communicating you get to do with people within the industry doing exactly what you're doing. So, excuse me. So that really helps give you guys kind of like a taste of what it's like when you come to the experience. It definitely is going to be somewhere that you're going to be able to, you got to push yourself out of your shell no matter what you're doing, but really able to go in and take and absorb as much as you can. Push yourself out there to talk to other people that um, maybe if you are a salon owner, then maybe you'll talk to some girls that are there, some stylists that are there that maybe are employees. So that way you're actually getting a different take, right? Sometimes as a salon owner, we don't necessarily look at it from the outside in because we get so caught in where we're at. So it's really great to have that sense of community and people to talk to. And like I said, really going outside your box and making sure you're going to, open yourselves up to communicating and talking to the educators as well as the other people that are attending. So the attendees can give you a lot as well. One thing that we did, I think it was last year, we all wrote like some of our favorite formulas. And so, excuse me, so then if you go and just take a little snapshot of that, it's really cool because, we get lost on social sometimes, but you can go back and look at that and even have some new formulas to try. Um, okay, so um, one thing that I mentioned earlier, which is, getting done with a maintenance appointment faster by coloring on the head. Um, some other things that you can do, to save time and money behind the chair is maybe less customization on the wefts and maybe utilizing more of the colors that Covenant Main comes out with to let that hair do the work for you. Um, Really doing a lot less color on the client's head and utilizing the colored wefts and the dimensional wefts to go in and create the blends that we love. I feel like at this point in my career, which I remember using like all of, like one color or two colors, I feel like at this point in my career, I rarely do an install that has less than three colors. And so even knowing that going into it, as someone that's been in the game a little bit longer than others, you realize that the more layers of wefts that you use, the more layers of color, the more layers of dimension, just the better the blend is. And so I just think that that is another great way to save yourself some time and money because you're not going over and coloring the wefts again to get that custom blend. You're just really using the the plethora of colors that Covenant Mane offers to make those blends beautiful. Um, all right. So, hmm, let's see. I feel like I've talked a whole lot. I just got to check with my points and make sure I got on everything that I need to. Um, but I think you guys will, I not even think, I know you guys will love the experience if you've never been before. Again, Chelsea, New York, October 8th and 9th. And um, we are doing so many different things, not only in the advanced color, but also with the art of texture. We're doing new things, new approaches. I'm sure Passion Perfect Profit Purpose is doing new things as well. All of us are on the same page, just really wanting it to always be fresh and new for you guys. So we're definitely looking forward to that. If you're interested in applying to come to the experience, please check us out. The link is in the bio, and you guys can apply and then find out just as soon as you can to if you can come to New York in October. So, again, if you're not in the the Covet Collective, you can check your email if you are in that. The coveted gets an email, but if you're not in the coveted, you can just click that link to apply for the Experience 2023. And I am so excited. I am most excited this year that we are not just, hello, Davina. I am most excited that we are not just talking about with I'm gonna stick with advanced color. I'm so excited that we're not just talking about coloring on the wefts on the board or off of the head. I think, like I said, that's something for me that is most challenging to get out of my old habits, and just always coloring on my shelf or on the tabletop. So all of us are really excited about really trying to push that out of our comfort zone. So I think that's going to be really great. I also am excited about the cocktail hour this year. It's kind of like a happy hour thing. Um, I just love that we always keep it fresh. So it's going to be a great time, and we cannot wait to see you there. Again, knowing how to save time so that I can get another client in for the day, I think it's gonna be amazing. And I think that you guys, just like me, being in the industry, we all need like a fresh take, a breath of fresh air, and a way to reconnect with each other in a new environment. And so I love being able to mingle with all you guys and find out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And so I know that you'll take away a lot from it, just like I always have, even as an educator within the company. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope I did not go too long. But again, if you want to apply for the experience this year, 2023, click the link in the bio, and I hope to see you there. You guys have a wonderful day.